what we're gonna put into context is how the KC Royals, baby, are now a game over 500 after going 4-2 last week. We're getting there. We are getting there. They're trying to keep pace with the Indians right now. Just 2 games out of second place in the AL Central. So we'll continue our Royals watch here. We're gonna continue to do our thing. My other team, my backup, is not.
That's like for hockey.
Is not doing. Yeah, I don't consider the Yankees a backup. That's my squad, but we are playing very, very bad. We mentioned it 2 weeks ago. We were tripping against the Tigers, and that led to our series against we did pretty decent against the Rays, but that led to our series against the Red Sox. Just I don't know about this team. We're so up and down. We look so good for a stretch. The problem is when we were good, the Rays were really good, and so were the Red Sox. Then the Rays lost a couple games, but then we lost some games. So we just never can make up the difference. So the Yankees, now they're all the way back and forth after it looked like they had a chance to take the lead in the whole division just a week or so ago. They're sitting 6.5 back. The Blue Jays have actually jumped them. So Yankees not doing so well. Connor's Cardinals are pathetic, to say the least, to start the month of June.
We've had a rough month. So we've had a ton of pitching injuries.
7 days in.
Michaelis re-injured, re-aggravated his injury right after coming back in his first game back. Flaherty got hurt, our ace. Kim couldn't make it through his last start. He had to leave with an injury. Carlos Martinez couldn't get through an inning. So really all we have is a 40-year-old Adam Wainwright to carry the starting pitching. So we just can't pitch right now. We went from being like 6 up in the division to 2.5 back now. We've lost. We just got 4 games swept by the Reds, which is embarrassing, but we just have no pitching right now. We just got to get healthy and trade for Max Scherzer.
Well, here in a moment, it's going to be embarrassing for the Reds to lose to you guys at this rate.
Yeah, luckily there's a lot of time left. We need to get healthy. We need to trade for pitching. We need to trade for pitching. We can't wait it out any longer.
Arenado would be a good piece to trade. I'm sure a lot of people would give up.
Arenado would be a Cardinal for life. But our other traded star, Paul Goldschmidt, I would like to pick it up a little bit. He's had a bit of a down year, which doesn't help the pitching problems. It's a rough stretch, but we'll bounce back. It's early. Yeah. We're still over 500. We got to get healthy.
Yeah, Toby and I talked about it on the last one and our our lost episode. You get to where you want to be, see where your team's at about the end of July. Once you enter that final week of July, heading into August is where you really need to be hitting your stride. So there's plenty of time for all of our teams to either continue what they're doing or to kick it in gear.
And for the Padres to fall apart.
No, I'm not want to Padres. Slam Diego.
I do kind of want to put this spot in the series into perspective, though, or in the season into perspective, because we're hovering around the 60 game mark. This is when the last regular season ended, 2020. Yep. So this would have been the entire season last year. To give you some context, everybody still has over 100 games left. So there's nothing to freak out about. 100 games is enough time for even the Orioles to make a run at the playoffs. Now they're not going to, but it's enough time that they could have.
They did score 20 yesterday?
They did. They put up 18 on Sunday. They actually had a winning record on the week, which puts them only 16 games back of the division.
They're their own division.
They are no longer the worst team. Yeah, which is good because the Orioles, they need something to cheer about.
Arizona.
My new hometown team.
Now, somebody who isn't cheering about baseball at all, the Yankees, I have to go back to them. The starting pitching for the Yankees has been actually very solid this year. Garrett Cole, he had a rough last outing against the Rays, but he's been terrific all year. When they're doing well, their starting pitching is doing way better than well. They're almost unhittable when the Yankees are doing well. The offense hasn't gotten going all year. They're not right. Something's up with the quote-unquote savages in the box, as their manager liked to call them. I really don't know what the problem is in New York. I feel like Judge and Stanton aren't even. It's not even a strikeout thing for them. I mean, they strike out a lot,
Judge
but
is
this is
playing
no
well.
more than they. This is
batting
no
like
more than they
300.
normally strike out. The rest of the guys in the lineup, they've really got to pick it up, because to let the Red Sox come into New York and dominate the way that they did.
It's embarrassing.
One's embarrassing for you. Two, keeps the Red Sox right on the Rays' tail, which we don't like. Couldn't have taken at least one, but that's being selfish. Having a team in
the
first place
Yankees-
right now.
No,
is
what's
pretty nice.
being selfish is letting Aaron Judge lead us in every stat. Because I got ESPN pulled up right now. Aaron Judge leads us in batting average. He leads us in home runs. He leads us in RBIs. He leads us in OBP, and he leads us in hits. And I'm pretty sure there's other stats he leads us in. That's ridiculous. The same man should not lead us in every single stat.
Oh,
He's a power hitter. His goal is to hit home runs, not lead us in batting average and RBIs and hits and everything else. Come on. It's absolutely ridiculous. One man cannot be doing everything.
Yeah, look at Mike Trout. Mike Trout does everything, and the Angels are never good.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's right. The Yankees just got compared to the Angels. What you think about that? That's what I'm talking about. Both
The Angels have
both.
Ohtani.
I mean, both fourth in the division right now. So
I think we're a little better than the Angels, but
What's funny is, the Yankees have the same record as the Cardinals, though, so I can't talk.
yeah. And I mean, last thing that I want to say about MLB.
we played a
is-
much harder division.
I don't know. We're about the same right now.
We just had a team in our own division went to the World Series.
I mean, we had the World Series winner in 2018.
3 whole seasons removed.
You had a COVID World Series team.
And
Well,
their,
and the year
their World
before-
Series.
And the year before, we were in it and then got cheated out of going to
Now
it.
look at the
Their
NBA
World Series.
finals
By the
teams
way,
from
the
last year. Both got just destroyed in the first round.
No. We're moving on.
yeah, but we're 4.5 games better than the team leading your division. But that's besides the point.
yeah.
The point is, Connor,
Well, the
I
Rays
have
are
to
the
call-
best team in baseball right now.
record-wise, yes.
Yeah.
But I have to call you out.
For what?
Because I remember when you sent that tweet about the Chicago Cubs being dead last, the St. Louis Cardinals being the top, and you said perfectly balanced as all things should be. That was about 30 games into the season.
We're
Right.
not
So here's
Well,
Here's
as
a 30-game
as a Cardinal
stretch.
fan, that was why. But at the same time, the Cubs have benefited from being able to play the Cardinals, who gifted them with wins.
yeah.
right. I mean, they've been beating the Dodgers too. They couldn't beat the Giants. They were not.
They got to
beating
play the
them.
Dodgers at the luckiest time, though. They hit the Dodgers right when the Dodgers were in their biggest losing streak. So I'm a little salty about that. But
Sometimes that's what it takes.
the Cardinals can't. Again, the Cardinals can't talk. We just got 4 games swept by the Reds. You can't
But
do
yeah.
that if you want to win your division. You can't
But
get
now-
4 games swept by the Reds.
And we talked about it. An episode we filmed that actually did not go out. We talked about how the Cubs overtook that division lead.
Well,
But now
technically,
not
I
only-
think the
But now, not
Brewers-
only is it the Cubs, but the Milwaukee Brewers
The Brewers
are tied for the top now.
which came out of that one came out of nowhere. The Cubs you kind of expected to get it turned around, but the Brewers looked kind of just helpless. And then suddenly they're like, nope, we're actually good again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
We'll have
uh,
to see. We'll have to see how that shapes up. But
But
I
Toby's
mean,
right. I called the division a little early. Well, I didn't call it, but I made fun of the Cubs a little early.
there's over 100 games remaining in the season. So
Hopefully the Cubs win 0 of them.
okay. Well, plenty of time for all these teams to make runs to get back into first place. So we will
Except the Cubs.
we'll leave it there.